Welcome to the Mitcham History Notes YouTube channel. Today's video, Mitcham News from 1969. The SGB Bus, the Mitcham scaffolding firm of SGB Limited, who already run their own bus service between the Willow Lane Industrial Estate and Central Mitcham, have extended the service into Morden. Employees can now use the yellow staff bus on the route from Rose Hill along Middleton Road and Goat Road to the SGB premises on the estate. Pascal Murray, Streatham Road, Mitcham, need ladies for factory work. Hours of work 7:45am to 4:45pm with 1 hour for lunch. Starting rates of pay £10 17 shillings, with opportunities to earn more. Vacancy also for morning and afternoon workers. 3 weeks holiday, comfortable restaurants, air-conditioned departments, leisure time activities, no tubes, no travel, no trouble. Your local company with the international reputation. A member of the Cadbury's Group. Merton Council have issued summonses against 17 prefab dwellers in Pollard's Hill as a legal precaution. The tenants, the last of over 100 families due for rehousing because the site is needed for redevelopment, have been summoned to appear at Croydon County Courts. The council have asked for orders of possession, alleging that the residents failed to obey an eviction order to move out by June the 23rd. The summonses, following the eviction order, and a covering letter explaining that the order would not be put into force until alternative accommodation had been found, caused some confusion and anger amongst the residents of the post-war prefab site, which is a scheduled part of the multi-million-pound Pollard's Hill building development. One resident, Mr. Alfred Cross, 14th place, said, "The summons was totally unnecessary. I've already received an eviction notice on May 20th, but I was told in a covering letter that I would not be moved until suitable accommodation had been found." Another tenant, Mr. A. Mann, said he was putting forward a defence because he objected to being summoned to court like a criminal. He said that he had only been offered unsuitable accommodation by the council and would not move until given something satisfactory. A former British dance champion and Bisley Kings medalist, Mr. Bill Wright, said he was sick of being shoved around by the council. A blast rocks Mitcham School. A gas explosion rocked a Mitcham school last week as the caretaker and a gas board official were investigating a gas leak. Both were taken to hospital and detained with shock and burns, but they were discharged earlier this week. The explosion was at Gorringe Park Junior School, Sandy Lane, in a building separate from the main school. There are 2 large woodwork and metalwork rooms and 3 small storerooms in the 2-storey building, which had not been used lately. As the gas board official, Mr. Joseph Pennington, aged 53, and the caretaker, Mr. Charles Barker, aged 54, were dealing with the cause of the leak, there was a violent explosion. Mr. Barker was found in a dazed condition in the road outside the school by an off-duty policeman who took him to hospital, and then, later, Mr. Pennington also went to the Wilson Hospital with shock and burns, but they were later transferred to St Helier Hospital for treatment. The explosion blew out the doors and windows of 2 storerooms, shattered about 50 windows, and also blew out 8 window frames and 6 doors in other parts of the building. Colliers Wood, terminal of the M23. The main London terminal of the M23 motorway will be right in the centre of Colliers Wood, a Merton councillor said this week. He claims that this will double the present traffic flow at roads around Tooting, Southfields and Earlsfield, South Wimbledon and Mitcham, as most of the cars travelling on the motorway will join and leave it at Colliers Wood. This scheme was from the GLC in the 1960s for a number of M25 style motorways in the suburbs of London. This article refers to where the M23 would have extended all the way across Mitcham up to Colliers Wood, where it would join Ringway number 2. Fortunately, after the first piece of this road scheme was built, the Westway, the protests escalated and the scheme was abandoned. The cricket green area of Mitcham is to be made a conservation area by Merton Council. Early last year, a decision to make the famous cricket green into a conservation area was deferred, so that clarification of road proposals in the vicinity could be made. The council were told that these proposals were still in a preparatory stage. The council were told that these proposals were still being prepared and largely dependent on the siting of an interchange for the proposed London to Crawley motorway. That if the conservation area were now formally designated, it would be of assistance from environment planning. That if the conservation area were now formally designated, it would be of assistance from an environmental planning point of view in securing the most satisfactory secondary road system. The Historic Buildings Division of the Greater London Council were in general agreement with the proposals for the area, which is well provided with open spaces and trees, and contains a number of 18th and 19th century buildings. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Press the like button if you can. If you wish, subscribe if you haven't. Do you want any more newspaper videos like this? Let me know in the comments. Bye for now.